You're listening to KEXP, where the music matters. We're at 90.3 FM in Seattle, 92.7 FM in the Bay Area, streaming worldwide at kexp.org and also on the KEXP mobile app. I'm Cheryl Waters. I'm here in the KEXP studios with an artist so near and dear to my heart, and I know to yours as well. Here with a fantastic band. It's Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. We love y'all so much.
Oh, right back at you. And oh my gosh, I was at your show last night in Seattle. It was like a religious experience. And I am so excited to share some of these new songs from your album and to catch up with you afterwards. You ready to play?
I think we're all ready. Y'all ready?
Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory live on KEXP.
Someone inside
Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory live on KEXP, playing songs from their self-titled album, which came out in February on Jag Jaguar Records. It's always fun to say Jag Jaguar. Jag Jaguar.
Everyone on the idiot box, call me outside, let me hear those thoughts. Everyone on the idiot box, call me outside, let me hear those thoughts. Everyone on the idiot box, call me outside, let me hear your thoughts.
You're listening to Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory live on KEXP.
hit to kill.
So gorgeous. You're listening to Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory on KEXP, where the music matters.
All my life I close my eyes
Bravo. Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory live on KEXP for beautiful songs from their incredible album that came out in February. Thank you so much, all of you. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much. This is such a wonderful space. We're so grateful to be here, Cheryl.
Oh, well, you sound great here. And what a nice surprise. I didn't know you were going to be doing these songs with acoustic guitar and acoustic piano. I'm so happy that I get to hear them in this version today. Last night, there was a wash of synth and all kinds of drama. And it's great how you can interpret these songs. And out front and center is that otherworldly voice of yours. You're like a goth goddess. And your band, The Attachment Theory, so amazing. You're just like one organism together. And you were so proud to introduce your band last night at the show. I'd love for you to do that right now.
I will gladly do so. I love my band. I'm so grateful to them. I would not be able to create this music and perform live in this way without them. So on bass is Devra Hoff. We've been playing together since 2019 for since Remind Me Tomorrow came out. And Jorge Balbi on the drums as well came shortly after Devra. And it was in 2019 for Remind Me Tomorrow as well. And they've both been so incredible in integrating the electric and electronic into the songwriting that I know, that I've stemmed from, and leaning into more of the post-punk electronic alt of center world. And Teeny came on we've been going about this all wrong, although Teeny Lieberson on keys and vocals here, but I knew her in New York back in the day from Music Brooklyn days for her bands Here We Go Magic and Teen, and under her own moniker of Blue Tides, and just really incredible singer, synth player, and overall human being. I was very intimidated by her. This is almost 20 years ago or something, but I finally got the courage to reach out for her to join the band. And 22, and things clicked very quickly between all of us. And after an impromptu jam session, we started writing songs together, and then brought in Shanna Polley, who's on guitar and vocals here, but also plays keys as well, and has been a surprise addition to our team. So I feel just very happy and lucky to have everybody at my side.
Well, it's so fantastic what you do together. And I know you've played with other people before, but this is the first time you feel like you're part of a band, which is pretty significant for you. I know when you first started writing music, it was very personal for you and something you did just for yourself, and often in secret. And you performed solo for years. And again, I've seen you play with other people and seen you grow and how much you enjoy that. But this is just something very different for you. I know this has become a really fulfilling experience for you and pretty significant. Can you talk about what made you feel safe enough to open the process up and include other people?
Absolutely. It's been a journey. I started writing music because it was a form of therapy, and friends heard it along the way and encouraged me to play. And as I went from open mics to playing, clubs and opening up for bands and creating nights of my own when I moved to New York, I slowly started accepting people's help and encouragement along the way. I'm still insecure, don't get me wrong, but very much so early on. And so I think it's been a journey to get to this place, and every iteration of a band I've ever had have been are dear friends of mine. And although I feel like my sonic palette has evolved over the years, if it weren't for everyone along the way just extending their hand to help me convey my music in a live setting and in a studio environment, I don't think I would have gotten to this place today. And so learning how to tour, learning how to have a live show, learning how to let go in the studio and let other people in brought me to this specific iteration of a band where learning how to communicate my needs in forms of instrumentation and sonic palette and reference points, but also allowing the musicians to have the freedom to express their own nature and like spotlight their skills within the writing process. And I feel like everybody in our group is so good at listening to each other's sounds and ideas. And for the first time, after rehearsing for this week, so I'll rewind a little bit. So when we've been going about this all wrong. That was height of COVID, recording from afar, and we weren't all in the same room until we were rehearsing the record for tour. And I thought the best way to reconnect and be with each other as humans was to kind of create a literal band camp. And I rented a house in the desert that had a detached studio, and we could all just be together for a week and have discourse about how we wanted to translate the songs from the album in the live environment, while also having breakfast, lunch, and dinner together and catching up on each other's lives and getting to know each other about where we were in our current lives. So we were almost done rehearsing the songs that week. I think we had gone through all the material. We had a little extra time. And I asked if the band would want to jam, which the joke is I'd never done that. But I was feeling so inspired by the sounds we were all making that I wanted to see what would just happen if it wasn't forced to be anything. And in about an hour or two, we wrote 2 songs together. And I remember finishing the rehearsal and driving home and calling my husband and just telling him that I think this might be the next step for me creatively because it happened so naturally and our dialogue was very natural as well. And so we quickly booked studio time after our first run of dates and the same location in the desert, and we were very prolific in 1 week, and that was the beginning of making the record.
Wow. So you didn't even know at that jam session that you were going to start a new record?
Not at all.
Well, then you recorded the record in London, which is a very different vibe than the desert, although I feel like it fits the vibe of the album very much. And it's the first time that you've traveled to a destination to record a record. What took you to London and also working with producer Marta Saloni?
Well, we wanted to work in London because I felt like a lot of our influences are from that area. And also, I think it's nice to step outside of your comfort zone and be in a place together where you can live and work, and also separate from your domestic life where you can focus on a project without the distractions of day-to-day life. So also, London's just a really great city, so we could have everything at our fingertips while also conjuring all of the energy from the musicians and artists that we grew up listening to. And Marta Saloni, I actually met her at a friend's wedding before I realized the depth of her, and scope of her work. But just as a human being, I got to talk to her about life and art, and in just such a celebratory setting that I was deeply moved by her spirit and her love of music, and not just creating it, but just absorbing it in her life. And when I had reached out to her to work together, and I sent her the demos, and the thing that really concreted collaborating with her was that she asked me what my goals were. And I told her that the goal of this record was that it is a band record. I'm not like an artist coming in with a band, and like there's this hierarchy. We're all coming in on the same level, and it's a band record. I want everyone heard, and I wanted to find a space where we could all be in a live room together in the round just like this so we can communicate and play live just as the songs were written. And she didn't bat an eye, and that became the integral, like kind of like the tissue that I think connected the whole entire process.
Well, you've been using more and more synths in your records over the past few records, but she's known for her synths and electronics, so it seems like a perfect marriage when you hear this record, and especially the live show as well. I imagine did you all have a lot of fun in the studio?
Yeah, we did, and I'll let Teeny talk more about the synth world, because that is her orbit there. How did you feel about with Marta's experience in that studio environment? How did you feel?
Well, it was pretty dreamy for me because, it was just wall-to-wall synths and a lot of older synthesizers, too, that I don't usually get to play, and they were kind of just at our disposal, which is amazing. And I was also a fan of Marta before going in, making the record, because of sort of this experimental tape loops and how she used that for synthesizers and delays, and that's totally my world. So it was very, very dreamy for me personally.
Well, you talk about how the music just sort of gelled during the jam session, but your albums have always been very emotionally complex, and it sounds like you were sharing some really heavy experiences and conversations during your time together as a band, and that comes out in the song. Some of these themes center around mortality and grief and loss. Can you talk a little bit about those discussions and how they made it into the song? You opened the show last night with Live Forever, which just made my heart stop. I hardly breathed through the whole thing. And then today you played Afterlife, which are the first two tracks on the song. I mean, very meaningful. And I understand those came out of conversations with the band.
Yeah, so Live Forever was one that came from Devra and I. We were running an errand. Where were we going? Was that the grocery store run?
For the week.
Do you want to tell the Live Forever story? It's kind of funny.
Well, if I get it right, if I remember right, we were stocking up for the week of rehearsing, I think, writing on the first writing retreat, and Sharon had read an article about gene experiments, basically, on trying to reverse the aging process and live forever. And we were just talking as we were coming back, like, would you want to do that? Does that sound, I mean, and I'm a vampire nerd, I love vampire lore, but even so, it's like, would you really want that? So many of vampire stories are about how sad the vampire is that they have to live forever. So we were just talking about, do we want to do that, and how does that feel? And we walked in, and there was a loop going, a sequence loop that Teeny had built. That's the beginning of the song, and we just walked in and heard like this synth bass and this sequence, and Sharon just was like, oh. She just kind of walked up to the mic, and that became the song. And it happened pretty naturally, just fitting in with what Teeny already had. We just kind of fell into it, I think.
We literally walked in the room, and that had started, and the words just started coming out of my mouth, and everybody fell in. And that was one that was surprisingly, start to finish, we wrote it very quickly. And that just got the ball rolling. And so a lot of the subject matter of the songs is from having conversations with everybody about life, and so what's going on in our personal lives, but also what's going on in the bigger world, and also just this moment in time and this chapter of our lives. I think we're all experiencing aging parents and aging, and I'm a parent, and just seeing the world through more of a collective lens, and trying to do my best at telling everybody's story as opposed to my own lens. So this has been an experiment for me in learning how to tell not just my story.
Well, you talk a lot, and you talked about it last night in your show and your songs, about living in the present and just being present. And that really resonates with me, something I try to do all the time, a little harder to do than to say. But these songs are just so inspiring, and it's just so beautiful what all of you have created together. I appreciate you so much bringing it today to KEXP.
Well, thank you so much. We love you. We love KEXP, and it feels like coming home.
Thank you so much. It's Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory live in the KEXP studios. Thank you so much to the band, and thank you so much to our listeners and viewers who make sessions like this possible. KEXP is listener-powered. Learn more about us at kexp.org. You can make a gift and support anytime. Make sure we can continue to invite wonderful bands like this live into the KEXP studios and into your lives and into your hearts. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get notification every time we launch a new video. Once again, a big thank you. It's Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory, live on KEXP.
Thank you.
Discover new music at listener-powered kexp.org.